lie.
Look at that!
Oh, do you feel the breeze from the subway? Isn't it delicious? Kiss of the hand may be quite continental, but diamonds are a girl's best friend.
To explain the phenomenon that is Marilyn, please welcome the author of this book, Marilyn Monroe, Private and Undisclosed, Michelle Morgan. We're also joined by showbiz correspondent Ashley Pearson. Now, Michelle, we may think there's nothing left to know about Marilyn. We know everything, so what are the undisclosed bits? What do you know that we didn't? What have you now revealed?
Well, I wanted to show Marilyn as a human being rather than a superstar, and I think that's never ever been revealed before. Lots of people have talked about the way she acted, or whether or not she was a dumb blonde, and I actually went straight to her friends, her family, and I just uncovered all kinds of stories about her childhood, about growing up, about when she was a model, all sorts of things.
So what kind of different Marilyn emerged then? Do you look upon her differently now than the way you did with all the hype just surrounding her public life?
Well, I've been a fan for a long, long time.
You started the fan club, I think, didn't you?
I did start the fan club, yes, and so I'd sort of figured out what she was like in my mind, and then when I was researching the book, she just became very, very human to me, a very sensitive person, but also very, very smart, which I think is something that a lot of people don't take her for at all.
Is that the general perception of her? Actually, do you think sensitive but also smart and also fragile?
Yeah, I think the fragility is what you just hit on, is really the key to understanding her appeal. A lot of celebrities change their names when they become famous, but we don't know what their original names were. But everybody knows Norma Jean Baker. And I think this troubled young girl who was raised in a series of foster homes and an orphanage and had this really difficult upbringing, this Norma Jean, everybody associated that with the very glamorous image of her. We knew her story. We knew that she had had this very sad, vulnerable childhood. And I think that was why, women loved her. A woman as sexy as Marilyn Monroe might not necessarily have a lot of female fans, but she did. Because I think women responded to that vulnerability.
Michelle, you met people that have not been interviewed before. An early boyfriend, for instance. Tell us about him.
His name is Bill, and I actually discovered him through a letter that Norma Jean had written to him when she was about 20, and it was in an auction catalogue, and nobody had ever tried to find him before, but I thought, well, I have to. And so I wrote to every single Bill Purcell in the USA that I could find, and the only one that responded was the man himself.
Goodness me.
Yeah.
What did he say? What did he do?
It was unbelievable. I talked to him for hours and hours. He was there during her first screen test. He was there at the house waiting for her to come back. Just all sorts of things. He really encouraged her to be a model and to go after her dreams of being an actress.
And he gave you the most wonderful little photo.
He did. I've got it here.
Look at this, wonderful. We've got it. This is this photo that he gave. That's her when she was in her 20s. She came over to Britain, I know, but once, and that was to make The Prince and the Showgirl with Laurence Olivier. It wasn't, by all accounts, if you've seen the film with Marilyn, it wasn't by all accounts a happy occasion for either of them, but this is what they looked like together in The Prince and the Showgirl.
Before your insults grow too great to be borne, Miss Marina, I'm ringing for your motor.
Oh, no, don't do that. I don't want you to get your car out again. I live way out in Brixton. I can just walk.
You will go in the motor.
Okay, do you insist? I'll just get my wrap. Oh, sorry. Pretty good, huh?
Now there's some significance in that little pretty good, huh?
Yes, there is. She actually got wind that somebody was taking bets that she wouldn't be able to do that scene. So she practiced and practiced and practiced, and she did that scene. And as she shut the door, that was supposed to be it. But she was so, energized that she opened the door again and went, pretty good, huh?
And they left it in the film?
They left it in.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, we're joined now by someone who's closer to Marilyn than any of us.
A kiss of the hand may be quite continental, but diamonds are a girl's best friend.
interesting. How long have you been being Marilyn, as it were?
Over 10 years.
Nationality, are you British, American, or what?
I was born in America, but I moved to England when I was a little baby, so I'm a bit of both, but I'm a British Marilyn.
But I mean, you are a dead ringer for it. You get stopped in the street.
I'm dead.
But clearly, did this happen quite suddenly? Did you think I could become Marilyn? Or the singing's beautiful as well.
Oh, I'm so nervous today, but yes, but it came. Someone spotted me, and it turned my life around.
You're obviously a great fan. We got a couple of souvenirs that you got here. We saw the picture that Michelle's got. You got 2 certificates here that were presented to Marilyn Monroe for being one of the top 10 money-making stars of 1953 and 56. So how did you come by these 2?
These were sold at Christie's. There was a big auction in 1999, and it was everything that she had left in her will, and all her personal possessions. And these came up for sale, the 2 awards, and I have them. But they're not in my home, so I don't want to...
But you are Marilyn at lots of things. Tell me a couple of the things that you've done, the sort of more exciting things that you've been Marilyn at.
Oh, I've done everything. I've made movies. I just worked for her estate for a jewellery new advert for her estate, and I've sung to amazing celebrities.
And do you find that when you're doing it, you have to speak with the American accent? You have to be Marilyn?
Of course. Yes.
So one day, the President of the United States will probably ask you to sing Happy Birthday.
That's my dream. It's like, because I've sung for such amazing people. I mean, even Longoria from Desperate Housewives, racing drivers, but I want to sing for a president.
Okay. Mr. Obama or Mr. Romney, whichever of you gets in, we have Marilyn waiting. So, we've all got such happy memories, really, haven't we? Despite the fact it was a tragic life, Michelle, really.
That's right. I mean, she just shone on the screen, and she left us such a lot with her work. You know, the 7-year itch with her skirt blowing up is iconic.
Will she last forever, do you think, Ashley?
I think so. I think the fact that when she died, she was in some ways at the peak of her fame and her beauty. I think she will always be remembered at that moment. And I think the fact that she represented this kind of open sexuality combined with this mystery and this sweetness.
Will we ever know if it was suicide or if there was something foul play involved?
Well, you know, people still talk. In fact, we were talking about this backstage. People still want to know, you know, what really happened. And you would be a better person to speak to than I would. But it seems like it was probably an accident.
Can I just get from Michelle, and very brief, Michelle, what the balance of probability is?
Accident.
Really?
To me.
An accidental overdose with barbiturates?
That's what I personally believe, but there are 1,000 other...
People always like a bit more mystery than that, don't they? And the only person who knows is the one sitting down at the end there, and she can't tell us at all. It's been a delight. Thank you all 3 very much. My thanks to Michelle Morgan, Ashley Pearson, and Marilyn alias Susie Kennedy. Thank you.